I'm gonna move it to like here, probably. Just make sure it's in a good spot. But yeah, so we're going for like a Japanese garden style. I have some reference photos up on my computer. And let's get going. The music is mostly for me, but I hope it works for you all as well. Do I want something more atmospheric? I think I do. I think I want... Pause, hang on. What's a good video game soundtrack that's pretty long? Maybe like... Shut up. YouTube's being stupid. Like Hollow Knight? OST? Hollow Knight's good. Yeah. And we'll put that over there. Perfect. You know, someday I'll be able to just hit start stream, and the stream will start, and it'll go fine. Bam. Because if I'm just talking in a general volume music, it'll be a little loud. Yeah, this was a little loud, so I'm just gonna crank that boy down and just keep chatting and see how that sounds. I'm sorry if this is echoing. That's better. Okay. Audio levels. The best part of streaming. I would like to unmute that. Thank you. Alright. And I can't hear myself speak. So that's super fun. But yes, so this is the garden we're working with. These are just extra things I'm keeping out. And I kind of want to just work on this until it's done. I'm going for like a terraced garden look, and like high key, this like fountain I have in the middle is not very Japanese garden. Oh, and I should put that up so that this doesn't look weird. But yeah, so this is sort of where we're at right now. And I think I'm trying to decide the layout. So I know I want a like rocks kind of a situation. So like in here somewhere I want there to be a rock garden, and then maybe some, that's where I'm like, it would be better if this like curved out into like a pond area perhaps. The thing is I put it in the middle like a fool, and I could move it, but I don't really want to. That up there. That doesn't fit. That's okay. So I think we're gonna stick with this, and if I hate it, we'll just start over. I'm actually gonna save it as it is now. That's annoying that it saves with all this shit in the front. Okay. Boo. And then that way if I hate it later, there's something to go back to. So let's just get into... I do have debug and live edit on. For now we're going to turn those off. I want the rock garden. Maybe up here? We'll do like a rock garden kind of a situation. And oh gosh, it's been so long since I used the is it in miscellaneous? Yes. So, okay, you can use the angle bracket keys to rotate things. So I'm gonna just try to make this circle there, and then just put those rocks on top of it. And I really wish there was like a terrain paint that matched this, but I don't think there is. That one's pretty close. All of our sands are too yellow. What about you? You're too dark. That one's kind of close. Yeah, there's not really a sand that matches for us to like feather it out on the edges. So that's unfortunate. Which means it needs to be in a contained space. Oh, I wonder if... So I kind of hate how low this guy is already. Don't bulldoze. Wrong tool. So if we just get rid of all that. Move, yeah. He's so tall. I had him squished into the ground because he's just so tall. So if I just instead expand this platform to go back here, which just hurt the... Or if I instead maybe... Can I, please, Sims? I just had it selected. Let me select it. Beautiful, thank you. If I copy this, move it over. And I can't connect it. Okay. So that's gonna look weird because I can't connect it because it's at 2 different levels. Technically this is on the 2nd floor and I think that would make it a 3rd floor. So I'm just gonna scooch this guy back and we'll deal with the fact that it makes the land a little lower around it. We'll just cover it up with like stuff. Infected crossroads. Okay. And then we put this guy up here. And then I have tool mod active because I would never build anything without tool mod. And I think it's like -15. Get this guy down to the height that I want. Even more. -5. It's too low. 3. Good. Tool mod does show up on stream. It's just gonna be me typing in numbers until it's... Yeah, there we go. You can see that this is sticking out, so if I hold the Alt key, I can just use the gravity pull feature to sort of scooch it around. Give it a little bit of a scooch. Then if I can select this, pull it back one more. Oh, that's going to delete it. I love that it does that. It's a really cool feature of The Sims 4. Sims is not being very responsive. So we'll just, instead of pulling that back, we're just going to scale this to be like 0.95. So I don't get these little sticky outy bits at the back. Perfect. And now, from the front of our little situation here, that doesn't look quite so much like it's behind the waterfall. So it doesn't look so weird. And this also gives us the ability to add stairs. Make our own stairs. So you saw that it came with stairs. We can make our own stairs here. Which, do we want to be boring and just go with the stairs that come with it? Perhaps. I kind of wanted to avoid a lot of structures in this build. But we'll see. We'll see how it feels. Just rotate this. I should probably turn off those sounds. I can put up with the rotation noise. Because I build so much. But if it's annoying to you all, then I will turn off the rotation noise. Yeah, and sorry if I'm looking off at the screen somewhere, it's because I have reference open. I'm trying to look at my reference. Alright. And then if we just define this area, we can... I want that tree back. Give me the tree. we can make this the rock garden. Or I could put it on this side and then have a path going through the rock garden. Now there's an idea of because the slightly mismatched sand will just look like, I don't know, like path. So if we just, the other thing is it won't go on a platform that is not perfectly flat, so, or terrain, since I terrain sculpted this. So like this edge here I can't do anything with, this edge here I can, but I might leave that. And then we just delete out like a path here for Sims to walk on. Right? And then we terrain paint that with the sand that like almost matches. This one's probably a little closer. Does that look horrendous? I wonder if I could like color mix it to get it closer. It's just so cold. Like the color. It's really hard to match it. This, again, this is where I wish they gave us a terrain paint that at least matched the loose sand color. So the other option here is to like make this so clearly not sand. Like make it like, undo all this. Make it like grass. And then like close it off with like fencing of some kind. Which works, but it doesn't really help with like these edges. Which would probably be something more like me doing flowers. Or greenery of some kind to take the edge off. But yeah, so I think that's kind of what we're looking at. So we're gonna Control F here. We're gonna start making corners. And work on the diagonal a little bit, just to make this look a little more natural. And you can turn that off again with another Control F click. I'm gonna make that just a little narrower. We're gonna widen that bit up, I think. Just to even out this path a little bit. And then this stairs is not going to be centered on the building, but that's okay, because it'll look nicer here. Yeah, so that'll be our path, and it will Command F on these, and hopefully I can get the corner here if I terrain manipulate. Does this work? Oops. I just want that corner. Pretty, please. No. So I'll have to put something in that area to make it look a little less how it looks. Luckily I can do that corner, so it'll sort of fade out to be around the central temple area. And we've got some rocks of various sizes and shapes. And I love that they already come with their built-in sand displacement, but it looks like because of the terrain, that's gonna sink in. So we'll have to raise that up with tool mod just a little bit. Make it look nice. I should be looking at real rock garden images so that I know how to place these rocks. Okay. Oh, and they have like moss bits in the middle. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, so it's not just all... We have that rug, which is what this is for, I imagine. Let's make it look a little more natural. Make these islands of moss in here that we can put plants on. You know, so it doesn't look quite so sandy. And then we'll size this guy up to make a big one for the tree here. And then we'll do the best we can to sort of feather out a circular pattern that works for these guys. And they're not all on their mossy islands. We do have some just rocks on the ground. So that works as well. Pardon my silence. I'm, again, just looking at pictures. Seeing how they all look. Oops. I want outdoor rocks. Oh, and they come in different varieties? Oh, I never use these enough to actually look at their variations. Perfect. That'll make it help. That will help make it feel, there we go, a little less samey, even though I got the same rocks within sight of each other. And then we do like different ones, size down. Then all the rocks are different colors, so it's cohesive in its disparity. You know? Oh, I wanted to, for my stream title, edit your stream title. This is gonna be an all-day stream. I'm gonna be streaming until this is done, which could take anywhere from 3 to 10 hours. So, I'll be here, streaming. The goal is to be done by the time the Broderick H community stream starts. But, you know, this gets done when it gets done. Who am I to rush it? Okay, this one, the dark rock. Perfect. Alright, going back to those rugs. Oh, Okay, so we do have the stone rugs. And we have those debug stone paths from, and these. I wonder if instead of sort of leaving this blank and making that look kind of weird, if we could use those rugs and things instead. And maybe that will look like something. Because if I size this up, that's like path. If I size it up twice, it's even more path. Path adjacent. The only thing would be the curve, as I don't think that would curve well. What about you? If I do like big, like stepping stone moment, I actually think we'll use those in a different place. So if we're gonna do anything, it's gonna be with the wood slats. It's just this curve here that I suppose I don't have to make it curve, and I can just go like this. didn't look the best. I'll be for real. It's not my favorite solution in the whole entire world. But it's an option. We'll keep it open for now. But yeah, maybe some kind of stepping stone path would work. And I just want a couple of those for us to put maybe some plants in later. Okay. Perfect. Now we're gonna get Kirby up in this bitch. Just add a little bit of curve. Sort of center all of these rocks that we're doing. That looks bad. The thing with the curved bits is you have to make compromises. And I wish I could see. I wish I could curve it a little differently, but that ought to work. And if I just scooch that over. Yeah, okay. And we'll obviously fix all these bits in the middle where it looks bad. So like if I command F here and then like rotate this, I can bring that oops, more into line with everything else so that the edges don't quite stick out as much. And then, of course, we can do normal and do this sideways to like connect things up. Is it gonna look perfect? No, it is not. But it will look. And that's what we're going for. Ooh, we want to rotate those a couple of times. There we go. Yeah, that's not horrible. The other option is that I just add so many curves. And we undo all that we just did. And rather than having a whole bunch of straight lines, we just keep adding circles. Circles on circles on circles on circles. To sort of make it seem semi-natural. The way that things are curving, so that it all lines up. We'll see. Here, we'll just keep rotating and see if that looks like anything. You know, if it doesn't, that'll just be how it is. I feel like the boss music is fitting for this. And just rotate that the other way. I don't know, is this anything? I feel like it's a little too logo-esque, perhaps? Or like Art Deco? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep clicking until it feels right. Yeah, I feel like this doesn't work. Okay, but we tried. We made an effort. And I feel like some of it worked a little bit. Like that moment there, I enjoy. And maybe a little bit of that for this rock circle. If I just use the circle, the little moss rocks to cover up the ugly bits, maybe it won't look wrong. That'll work. We'll call that good enough. And then I want you on the outside here. The outside there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that lineup for that curve there. That's nice. Or maybe something like that, and then we just do our handy dandy little trick. We're trying to make sure that this all lines up with the sand. It works, I think. Scooch that guy over. Scooch this guy over. Put these guys a little bit more on the rocks. It's something. It's definitely something. Yeah, all the ones that I'm seeing examples of out there all look kind of a little weird. They don't look quite right, and that's okay, I think. Yeah, it's fine. I was just thinking, because of a thing that I just saw while I was looking up reference. If instead of these, like, slopey bits here that I have, if we had stairs, instead, I wonder if I could... place a platform, and then... Oops, not you. I want you. And then, you know, fix my terrain height situation. Just sort of flat, bring this guy up to height. I'll make this a little faster. And bring it down to height. And then, just like we did up top, if I just add stairs to this, is that anything? Okay. What if we do that again up here? We're just seeing if we like it. We're actually gonna focus on this height down here. Oops. Want to stick to this part of it. And then here. That one's just going to be a little bit of a slope, I think. We'll see if the Sims can get up that, and if they can't, just do this again. Copy, put you right there, and copy you right there. I think that looks better than the slope. We do have a side-by-side comparison sort of happening here. Maybe we keep stairs up this way, because that goes up to this side of the temple. And then we just do like a natural sloping situation over here. Because again, I think I'm probably going to get rid of this and do like a pond. So maybe we have like a pond situation over there. And I think that'll help make it look a little bit nicer, perhaps. I haven't decided how many plants I want to put in here yet. Hey, what up, Broderick? What's cracking? Wood koi? Perhaps wood koi. I do have somewhere in here koi fish. Did they get rid of my koi fish? Devastating. There used to be koi. Now it's just country fish. Tragedy. Calamity. But I do have a whole bunch of stuff. Just vibes. I agree. But yeah, right now we're working on the rock garden. I was just hating how the slope looked. So now that I have an external source, between more defined cliff kind of faces and stairs. Thinking about getting Subway. Didn't eat your koi. Thank you. But between the more defined cliff face with stairs and this sort of like more natural sort of sloping formation, which do you prefer? Not saying that I'll go with your choice, just saying trying to get some outside voices and opinions. Thank you for not eating my koi, for the record. I'll put one of these lanterns up here. Each has their own value. However, I know. That's why I'm like, I might just do both. We have two sides here. And I can just do both. I'm gonna keep working on the rocks while you mole. And don't worry about how bad this looks whenever we start, because I'm gonna fix it. You decorate. I agree. The stairs are a very different vibe than other stuff. Try the stairs with some wooden walking tiles. Okay, so here. You weren't here earlier. So I do have these from Spa Day. What do you mean the design tool cannot be used on this object? Thank you. So something like that, perhaps, might look alright. The thing is I can't curve them. So the corners would look a little whack, is the only thing. Excuse me for whacking my microphone there as I decide I don't want my hair touching my neck. But yeah, I don't know. We'll keep thinking on it as I continue trying to make the actual rock garden, part of the rock garden, not look like ass. It's very hard, and you should feel really bad for me. Because it just wants to look like ass, is the thing. And it's so easy to make it look like ass. See, what I should do is just keep it to stuff like this. That looks very natural and good, rather than trying to make all these fancy shapes. If you place the corner first and the straight lines next... Thank you. You should feel bad for me. Place the corner first and the straight lines next. Will it change the way it looks? It will not. So it's just this. So I tried earlier just like making a bunch of circles. I wonder, hang on, maybe that's an idea. If I can I just make this whole thing okay, well, you're rude. If I make the whole thing circular minus that corner, and then maybe if I Make the whole thing circles. Hear me out. Let me cook. Give me a second. Give me a second. And then I like straight the areas with stuff in it. Is that better? Does that look like anything? Is this anything? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's anything either. Back to the straight lines. It's because I'm just working with... Sir, thank you. Don't be a bitch. I'm just working with 2 tiles. Like, I love the concept of the Japanese garden tiles. The execution of the Japanese garden tiles makes it difficult to do. So again, like I mentioned, what I should be doing is just trying to fit everything into a circle on the tile lines rather than not doing that. So like shrinking that, scooting it over. It looks fine. It looks good or whatever. But it's hard. It's difficult. It's so hard. And even looking up inspiration from what other people have done with the rock gardens in Sim 4, they just really don't do this because it's hard. Copacetic? I don't know what that means, brother. It's the way that it's shaded, I think. Because if I could rotate stuff easier so that it like didn't freak out like this at the edges, I think that would be nice. But it like freaks out if you don't line it up the way that it wants to be lined up. It's the faux shading. I don't know. Or we just leave everything straight and call it a day. I'm just gonna leave everything straight for now, and I'll come back to this. Otherwise I'm gonna be stuck here all day. And I am streaming all day. So it's not like I won't have time. I do agree with you about the wood paths though. I think they look nice. And I think I'm going to use them. I do 4 here? I did 4. It's super problematic, and it's really annoying. Because again, I love the concept of what they've done here. Oh, that's the wrong color. That's the wrong color, isn't it? There we go. I don't want the reddish, I want the brown. Want you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 is a little big. No, we make it work. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would, when you resize rugs, because these are technically rugs, you can still only grab the actual size of the rug, so I can only grab a thing this big, even though it looks this big. What if you do like the quarter circle to make a squiggle path? Okay, so I hear you, I see you, and I wish that that worked. But it looks bad, is the thing. It looks kind of bad. Because of the way that they did the shading to give it the faux stripey effect. So, that sucks. But good look. Good idea. Kind of the only thing you can do is like this, where like curves this way. I think it's also that like they made some of them have like the brightness is off, so it just looks really weird. What is happening here? Why is my morning so dim? That's annoying. I shouldn't have messed with the lighting. Oh, is it adaptive? Is that why it looks weird? If I just do it at night, will it not look weird? It looks less weird at night, if I'm being for real. Hold on. Does it look? No, it still looks bad because it doesn't line up right. Damn. That was a good look though. Hang on, I gotta fix the lighting, otherwise it's gonna bother me that I made it too dark. So let me just reset. Here, we did try. Welcome to my little town. Everything is destroyed today because I'm trying to make every lot a custom lot. Don't worry about it. At this moment in time. Okay, we're back. And we're back. I think that looks fine. Again, I just don't know how I'm gonna do the corner here. Because this is gonna look weird. Sort of regardless of where I put it. Okay, hang on. That looks better. And then what if I just don't think about it? Do the corner first, not the sides overlapping? I could try. So we need to delete those. I think I don't have this the right size either. I think that's not helping. Yeah, this one's only 3 instead of 4. There we go. 4. I want 3 on the corner. Do that outside. Try to line it up on the outside, maybe, rather than the inside. 4. And then I'll place that there. Yeah, see, it doesn't matter. The rugs will do what the rugs want to do, kind of. There's not a good... What is happening? It's not a good way to overlap them. Okay, if I rotate you, will you line up more nicely? This is so weird. I'm trying to line up the slats, but they don't want to line up, so they must be uneven. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So line that up on the outside. What am I listening to? Hello? Oh, this is the collector. I see. We're gonna skip it. I don't know. I think that looks okay. I think I like having the corner piece on top better. Yeah. I think I like that better. And then once we decorate it, it will look less bad, is the thing. Once it's decorated, it won't look as hideous. And also, I might make the rock garden smaller, so I might just do like this inside section here, or this outside section, since I don't have to worry about the edging on the outside section, and then do like plants in here. And then that way, if I just like line those corners up better, it won't be a problem. because I will have plants to cover up the misalignment. And the other thing is, I can just scoot this over one tile. Scoot that over one tile, and then scoot you over one tile, so that it lines up a little bit better. Because I'm trying to force a lineup in a place that doesn't look right. So like that looks better. Heard, chef. Yeah. Thank you for listening to your chef. Then we're just gonna shrink. Whatever. We'll leave it. See, I think that it looks fine. It looks fine. Put that guy up there. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna finish this path, and then it's not gonna match the color here, which is fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's fine. And then we turn and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we don't even worry about how this is going to overlap. We just overlap it, we don't worry about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is the problem, is this is 2 different heights. Can I just put stairs here, or do I have to have... Oh, I can just sort of stick stairs here. Oh, I could put the rug back, it's fine. Okay. Okay, bet. Yeah. This is so fine, actually. Consider it unworried about. Consider it worried about a little bit. Because it does look kind of stupid. If I put a platform down, does that help? Okay, hold on. You can go away. Yeah, if we just platform it up and then copy. Yeah, that looks way better. Okay. Consider it fixed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Considered a marginal concern. Done. Concerns marginalized. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! That works. And I think that will be the only wood pathing we have, and we'll do stone pathing for everything else. Yeah. Okay, and then one thing that I saw that I really want to do is... What an unhinged thing for a coworker to say. That's crazy. That's so wild. Yeah, why would they say that? Hello? That's wild. I do want to put one of these up here. Throw him in there. Wow. Wow. Is this? Yeah, this is the Mage Under Glass. Okay. I was gonna do a pond. So we're gonna get rid of this fountain. Don't freak out. Scooch. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna use terrain tools. Nobody freak out. We're using terrain tools live on stream. We go so soft with how we make this pond. Ooh, okay. Okay. You could be a little softer, actually. Nobody freak out about the use of terrain tools. It's gonna be so fine. We're actually gonna use terrain tools good instead of bad, like how terrain tools usually get used. Terrain tools are not going to ruin the whole build, I promise. Oh, sorry, you need permission to post a link. Spamming caps. No, he got mad at you for spamming caps. I forgot to turn that off. Yeah, I forgot to turn off cap spamming. So no, I don't have cursing turned on as an auto mod. I just have cap spamming, but it's really sensitive, so I'm gonna remember to turn that off later. Okay, 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 alright. It's fine. We just gotta lower it a little bit more. Just a little more. Lowering of the terrain, just to sort of smooth it out, actually. I wish I could see. Oh, wait, isn't there a way that I can turn on, like, something? I don't know. Let's use the water tool again. And then one more? Okay. So it's still flooding a little bit. I needed to fill this without this happening. So maybe if I smooth, will that help? Can I lower the terrain while water is in it? I can, it just looks stupid. Oh, okay. So it'll fill it up after I. Oh, hack discovered. Bam. And then that looks a little funky, so we might put a fountain just in there. I'm using the terrain tool got on the other day. That's a good joke. I like it. Good man's got jokes. Huh? Okay. That works, I think. And then we'll just put a fountain in here to very specifically fix this area so that the waterfall doesn't look as whack. Excuse me. Can you not freak out? Thank you. I'll put these plants back in here. And then I know it looks a little whack right now. I was gonna suggest lily pads. I'll put lily pads in. But once I decorate this, it'll look less bad. And then if we put the bridge here, I think I lowered this by 1. This is tool mod, by the way. If you ever want to get into building in The Sims, I highly recommend the use of tool mod because it makes life easier by making things make sense. Okay. And then if we put that there, that also sort of helps with the situation. And we just smooth the terrain here. Lower it just a little. So it's not clipping through the fountain, or rather through the waterfall. Yeah, and then now it looks great. Some giant shuttlecock garden statues. I don't have giant shuttlecock garden statues, or a scaled replica of the Nelson Atkins Art Museum, unfortunately. So I cannot provide those requests, but know that your requests have been noted in my brain as a potential option. Yes, so I do have like lily pad and pond objects that I can throw in here at a later time. We're just not super worried about decoration right now. We're going layout first. Ooh, you got your emotes added. That's fun. I don't know what this ivy is doing here. Fantastic. Okay, what was the thing I was going to do earlier? Oh! The circles. So I think on this side? Or do I want to put all the fun stuff over here? We'll do it on this side. I saw this thing that looked super good, and I want to try it out. So they had a... Where are the rest of my fountains? They had a fountain. Is it you? Not you. We'll just pick one. Like a circular guy. Don't I have the... Yeah, this one from Romantic Garden. It doesn't match the decor. I'll fix it later, don't worry. And then there are these like circle rock rugs from Get Together. And so if you just sort of, I want to Alt Shift this. If you just place these nicely, it looks like a really cool pattern that takes a lot of time. And so I actually want to define the area first. So I saw them in a big circular fashion. Give me a second, don't worry about this. It's just gonna take... We should do this on platforms, actually. So if you take a circular platform or a circular room and you shrink it by 1, it'll eliminate all of the extra space so that you can get a perfect circle. And we're gonna lower that by 1, just to define the area, and we'll get rid of it. If I get rid of it, does that mess up my terrain tools? It does not. Sweet. So then we put that guy back. And just for the sake of demonstration, we're gonna color him green. Do I want to keep that? Does that look good? We'll see. Hang on. One thing at a time. One thing at a time, yes. We got a ramen shop. Probably not, because this is a garden-focused build, due to the nature of the challenge. In fact, even including this structure up here, while other people have included structures in their build, it's not something that I personally am wild about. So, probably no ramen shop, but in a different build, I can produce a ramen shop. Looks kind of fucking sick. Thank you. And if I just place these and sort of... And we'd work out the spacing later. We're just doing this roughly as a demonstration. Not overlapping, even spacing. And I have tool mods, so I can obviously customize the size of the rocks and everything. Trying not to make it look too spaced out. But, so this is what we're imagining in our brains. But like better. Imagine this but better. Okay. And so it looks kind of like that. And so it's like a bunch of circles forming a circle to surround a circle, which is not in the exact center of this platform. Don't worry about it. Again, this is just a concept that we're going to leave there, similar to how this is not done. It's just a concept. It's like something like that. It's not... Here's the thing, though. Is I like the way it looks, but it's not very Japanese garden. It doesn't really fit the vibe. He shut the door on me, and it's gonna get really hot in here, and I'm wearing a big sweater. It'll be cool. I want something a little more atmospheric than the soundtrack. Any soundtrack recommendations? Because Hollow Knight is a little much for right now. Ninjago? I think that's going to be more. And I'm looking for something that's a little less. Oh, is Nintendo going to get mad if I use Breath of the Wild? Maybe. What if we... 1 hour of relaxing Zelda Breath of the Wild? Okay, I have auto mod turned up too high. Nintendo is bitches about they shit. Abzu. Ooh, Abzu's a good poll. You're so right. You're so right about Abzu. Abzu OST. Okay. Alright. So, I think I've landed on this doesn't feel very Japanese. Goodbye. So, instead, so I'm looking at some inspiration photos of Japanese gardens, and they're all much smaller than what I'm working with. A little tinier, perhaps, even. Okay. Look up, like, Japanese palace garden? Yeah. Japanese palace garden. I want the layout. I want just pictures of it. I need, like, a big image, perhaps? Okay. Okay, super doable. Here, let me show you what I'm looking at. That'll be too hard. I don't have like a just capture my Google Chrome screen image. This is still in a bad spot. What if well, we'll just move it down here. But anyway, so I'm looking at, it's still small. Is the thing, is they're so cramped so that they could be cozy. We can just move to a different, we're gonna save this. And save the lot. And then let's see if we're like a smaller space, because this is the largest lot I can build on. It's a 64 by 64 lot, which is massive. It's so big. There are only like 2 or 3 in the entire game. So what if instead, what will have good lighting? Maybe Henford on Bagley? What are you? You're 64 by 64, 50 by 40. 30 by 20 might be a little small. We can try it out though. Do you be okay with nuking your current garden? I would be okay with nuking my current garden. But that's why I saved it, is so I can bulldoze this. And bulldoze the terrain. Is so that I can do it from the gallery. And we want it furnished. And just sort of see if I can... No, it's too big. Okay. Cool. So we need a bigger lot. The thing is I don't want to delete anything I've already built. So it would fit on this lot. But I sort of have my waterfall house there. And I don't want to move it. And you can't do fountains on Sulani. Oh, I wonder if Salvadora has something? Maybe? Can I not build on this? No, I can. Small garden and big parking lot around it? No. Absolutely not. I refuse, categorically. And then we place this. Sure, whatever. Apply this. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's still too small. Okay. I do need like a 50 by 40 lot. And there's only ones of those in Henford on Begley, and I've already built on both of them. Because that's too small. Because you're 40 by 30, 40 by 30, 40 by 30, 30 by 30. Yeah. Alright, we'll just keep it this same size. This isn't a bad lot, it's just a little bigger. I built it big, because I wanted it to be big, and I think I sort of overshot as far as how I wanted things to go. That's okay. We'll fill the space. It's just going to be difficult. I want to turn on... So the great thing with Better Build By and Toolmod is that you can turn on debug and live edit from here rather than having to use cheat commands up here, which is nice because I like turning it on and off, because when I don't want debug on, I do not want to see it, and that it helps that I don't have to reload the whole thing. Okay, we move this tree back down. And please stop clipping into the temple. As mentioned earlier, if the rotation noises are too much, I can turn off the rotation noises. Okie dokie. I think let's just start throwing some plants in. I think I'm gonna go... I was deciding between like minimalist and like really cramped plant space. And I think we're gonna go really cramped plant space. So we're just gonna be throwing plants in. And I want to bias towards having Snowy Escape stuff, since it is supposed to be Japanese themed. The only thing is about this lot is this shit's here, and it keeps getting in the freaking gallery image, and I hate that. That's so annoying. Luckily, I'm taking my own screenshots. It's just I will upload this to the gallery, and so that's obnoxious. Sure, we'll get some pops of color in here. Don't worry. I'll unclip the things. Please rotate nicely. It's popping past the exact rotation I wanted to have. Please. There we go. Work with me here a little bit, gang. And then is there... I want to make like a bamboo garden, like over here probably, just to give it some of that nice verticality. But I think the bamboo is in base game. But like I said, we're just doing some planting, and we're biasing towards Mount Komorebi plants. Pink cherry trees. I don't know if I have any. Ah, there's the bamboo. I don't have any. I know there's one in base game. I just don't like it very much. It's too pink. Where is it? It's this guy. It's just like too pink. And I don't think it works. Because I'm picturing this as like garden in summer. And so, while super Japanese, definitely, to have the pink trees, I think it's just not the vibe. Oh, perfect. You're exactly what I was looking for. Add some of those guys up there. You know, if you've played Animal Crossing, you know how everybody builds a bamboo garden because they just have so much stuff for it. And because of the way Animal Crossing works, you have to build like a wall of bamboo. That's this. This is my Animal Crossing wall of bamboo. We'll make it look more natural later. Again, we're just placing things. Don't worry. It will look good. Do I want some drippy ivy on the building? Everybody loves drippy ivy. Drippy ivy on the building? We'll see. For now, we're going to put drippy ivy on the platforms here to disguise. I have them stone colored so that what little bit you do see looks a little more natural. But I don't want to see it. You know, I want it to look like a garden, like a little bit of a terraced garden, perhaps. And again, we're just using the gravity pull feature of Toolmod here to exactly place that ivy where I want it. Okay. I'm so sorry. Abzu also being a little bit too much for me right now. So we're gonna go back to this. Ambiance. And if Nintendo hits me with the ban hammer and nukes my channel, Nintendo nukes my channel, you know? The sacrifices we make to have comfortable, easy listening music. If I could think straight, I would obviously come up with any other music, but I can't think straight right now, so what's happening? Oh, you're just being weird. Just play some grass. Again, try to make it look a little more natural than it does. Build it into the landscape. Rather than having the landscape be a distraction. And these aren't the only plants we're gonna use. If they come after you, send them my way. Thank you so much for implying you would beat up Nintendo. Do you think, legit question, do you think you could take Doug Bowser in a fight? Doug Bowser head of a Nintendo. Me, myself, no. I could not take Doug Bowser in a fight. I couldn't take anybody in a fight, quite frankly. But could you take Doug Bowser in a fight? Put your opinion in the comments below. I don't want to use that. Yeah? Alright, bet. Okay, so if Nintendo comes after me and nukes my channel, then he's a nerd. We're all, hey, I don't think any of us have any room to pretend that we aren't nerds here. He's never heard of protein powder? You know, you may be right. I don't know Doug Bowser's life. Maybe he's never heard of protein powder and he could get squashed easily. As someone who has never once consumed protein powder and does not plan on consuming protein powder, oh, that's large. You could definitely beat me up in a fight, and that's why I think Nintendo would win versus me. Is that I am weak. That's basically it. Ooh, big rock. Okay. Any other trees we want to add in here? Some more tree situation happening. This. That's all. Just this. What about you? I don't like you. What about you? I don't like you either. What about you? I already have you. What about you? I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. Okay, I think we've sort of exhausted. Put this tree in there, because I do like him. Yes, good. Okay, I didn't finish any of the thoughts that I just had in my brain out loud. I'm so sorry, chat. That's my bad. So what I was thinking to myself was, we've exhausted sort of the likable stuff from Snowy Escape. And so we are gonna move on from Snowy Escape into bigger and better things. I don't like that. I lied. Go away. So we're just going to turn off our snowy escape filter. So we have the full repertoire of trees and stuff to look at and use. Again, our little bamboo grove up here. For things that I feel like work, but aren't super distracting. Because again, we want sort of this shot here to be the focal point of the whole thing. So this is our frame, so we want to make a border on that frame. I already used that one. And every part of me that's about minimizing our packs. Oh! She's a little too pink, but I don't hate her. If we put her, like, there, perhaps? Yeah! Get some of that cherry blossom action that's not quite as pink. I didn't realize this had a cherry blossom in debug. Do that. Have a little cherry blossom section over here. And then that'll just make a nice little frame for our zone here. Okay. I like it. I like it. I think it looks good. And I think we'll sort of fill this out with bushes. I just want a handful of trees over here. And then we'll have like benches and seating and some like flowery type things. Yeah. Seeing if I want to add any more trees in the frame. I don't think I do. I think that's going to be it. But for like realism and decoration, we're going to add some more trees over in this corner. Where I don't have anything right now. I don't like you. The devastating thing is I love the jungle adventure trees. They are just so big. So large and unworkable. They're just massive. Absolutely huge. This is just a tree topper that I have used in making a tree house before. Oh, Cottage Living has some good trees. Let's put on to Cottage Living. Get a nice little willow tree here. And then I like to stack the willow tree just to make him look a little more substantial. Can you not scale them like the wood carpet? No, I can. No, they size. We're just doing some rough layout right now, so I'm not worried about like the fact that the trees are all exactly the same. Willow tree looks woolly. It does. I love him. He's some of my favorite tree in the game. And none of the Cottage Living trees are really hitting for me today. This one looks like a... What's that one African tree? Bilboa. A little bit to me. But Cottage Living does have some really good wood detritus. Look at this guy. He got mushrooms on him. He looks so good. I don't know, the Japanese garden has a lot of fallen tree limbs. Kind of a vibe, though. Oh, I just think it looks nice. I think they have a lot more clean vibe. Don't worry, we'll be coming back to our friend Cottage Living for all of her lovely plants a little bit later. Ooh, I didn't realize Life and Death had so much recolored stuff. If we size this one down, put him like here, just to add a little bit more color into our situation. Can you not be floating, please? Looks like a half tile. A little bit more. Okay. That wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. Sir. There we go. That way when we're back in our frame here, we've got the two red trees rather than just the one. I wish this tree was a different color, but alas, it only comes in just the one color. What else do we have going on? Oh, this is our everything. I just want trees. Doesn't... Hang on. Just really fast. Does this look better if I size him up? No. I don't like that as much. Yeah, I do like him. It's just, he's so spiky, is the thing. I think that's good on trees. I think we're full on trees. Oh, it comes with vampire too. I just wish it was a different color. A little more green. What if there's a couple of tree toppers in the game. I think there's one in base game and one in this. Because I don't like the leaves color. So what if I just replace it with something else that I do like a little bit better? Does that look wonky? I don't know, chat. What do we think? Does it look wonky? I think it looks okay. Oops. Not you. I want you. Oh, there's like a trunk here in the middle. What? There's one that's just the canopy. Where's the one that's just the canopy? No other situations in it. I know you exist. I know there's this one from Jungle Living. But as aforementioned, he a little big. Well, if I shrink it down. Just a smidgen. This is the Frozen theme from Breath of the Wild, and it is giving me a very cozy energy. If I do that, and then we add a second one here, I'll just like rotate it so that it's not quite so samey. Sort of combine those? How does that look? Do we hate that? I don't hate that. Sorry if I make giving you nausea spinning. I like it. I think it looks good. I'm gonna keep it. Moving on. Getting into shrubs and things. Ah, this accursed shrub. I think we're gonna add some more color in like the vampire bushes and things to really carry through that red that we were looking at earlier with this tree and things. And if I pull this forward to here, that will also help with the composition. Looks good, thank you. I'm glad that that worked, so it doesn't look kind of wonky. We will pull this guy up again, just for a little bit of dimension, trying to cover up this rock texture on the platforms, which it works, and I could cover it up with rocks, and I will, but we want it to flow naturally. do I want any of this anywhere? I don't think I do. Just the same, that's the same kind of a situation as the jungle living one. Love all this ivy from university, but not really what I'm going for at the moment. I wish I had some, like, mossy stones. I don't really have any mossy stones. This corner here is going to be a problem. I think I'm just going to sort of fill this with flowers. And I haven't decided how we want to get... I think I might just terrain paint a path, which, let's do that now, actually, while I'm doing planting. We'll use terrain paint, because I do have, like, moss-colored things that I can just transform an area into moss. You can find mossy stones built around mob spawners. That's good advice. For a different thing, but good advice nonetheless. I think I'm gonna go with this pebbles. Yeah. And then, because I want it under these, the wood tiles as well. I don't like that, but I want it under the wood tiles to make it look like the tiles got placed on top of something. And then obviously we have the path going around the pond here. Why are you skipping? Stop that. It's probably because of the terrain tools. It's not very happy about the terrain tools. So have it sort of going around the pond. Again, I know it looks bad. I'll fix it. I promise. And then this is the one that has just the slope. So we're gonna color that slope with a little path that goes up into bamboo garden. Fix that loop there. And then we'll have another sort of loop going through this section. I don't know why it's freaking out like that around the trees. It's really annoying. Okay, and that'll be sort of our garden path. So then we can do our planting in the green spaces. That way I know where and how much to plant. Alright, let's start getting some of the ground cover in. So we're just looking for large, flat plants to sort of build into the ground. And so these just help establish a base that is not the regular green painted ground. Maybe bamboo on the center island in the top? Yeah, I haven't quite worked out how I want the bamboo garden to go. But I'll mentally making a note of that for sure. That's a good idea. It's a little big, but I don't hate the texture that gives. So we're just gonna shrink that down a little bit. And I'm gonna be so for real, I have never done real landscaping in real life. So this is gonna look very Simsy, where we're just sort of placing things. I do know that you're supposed to like vary height and vary texture. The ducks all float in the water, but a little... Let me make sure I can do that. Because I like that idea of having like a little island in the middle of the pond. Ooh, you can. We're gonna smooth that bad boy out a little bit, but some like that maybe? It's a little shape. Then if we get back in our frame here, I think that looks nice. We could put like one of these bad boys on there. Add some little plants. I wish I had a turtle. I don't. As far as like animals go, I've got crocodile, swans, duck, different duck, fireflies, mosquitoes, fish, tadpoles, and dragonflies. So not exactly the world's greatest selection. Put the willow tree on that island? Maybe. Yeah, I think that the thing is that blocks out too much of our frame. If I wasn't worried so much about this frame, because this is for a contest, where I just have to upload a photo, like several photos, I'm focused on framing things. But if I was just doing this normal, I super would put a tree on this island, absolutely. You're 100% right. Okay, we're back into it. We're doing shrubs. Shrubs and low-lying plants. Ooh, Island Living has really good grass. I just don't remember what it's called. Is it this? Yeah, yeah, I love the Island Living grass. I think it makes for really great pond grass. Yeah, look at that. That's good pond grass. If I just shrink it a couple of times. And we'll get some reeds and stuff in there too. We're just focusing on the base right now. And then just a couple clusters in other places. We've been neglecting this area. Put a couple clusters in here. Sort of start out with. Get some of that alien ivy in here. Some more pops of red. I'm not gonna do a lot of sculpted plants, I don't think. I know in Japanese gardens they typically have the like, oh, what are they called? The little trees. The little trees that you clip. What are those called? Not bamboo. It starts with the B. Bonsai. Bonsai tree, like walk. Bonsai, thank you. Tree like walk that you can do. And I don't think I'm gonna add one of those. But if I was, I would do like these sculpted guys like sized down and put in little buckets. Okay, on to flowers. So what we're really looking for here is, again, those like low-lying bushes, shrubs, and plants that we can add some base texture to before we start adding in flowers to this area. And I want to be more specific about the cherry tree area, so that's why I'm not adding things into there. Add some different colors of grass. And just sort of patch it out. Work in patches. Maybe a clean gray stone on the island. I'll get to stones. It's in my next section. Clean gray stone. What do I have as far as stones go? Something like that? Or do you want something with a little more texture on it? That's too big, but you get what I'm saying. Stacked smooth stones. I don't have like a cairn, if that's what you're asking for. Something like that. He's a little tall, but we just push him into the dirt. Stones. Oh, this is kind of Cairn-esque. It's coral and it's dirty. But it's Cairn adjacent. What else do I have? You. Could do some big rocks. I'm gonna add these in. Hang on. Find a place where you work. Something like that. I mean, they float, but just give me a second to sink them into the earth. Great fairy theme. I think I want to undesize this. Something like that. It does take away of the effect of having the island in the middle, though, is the only thing. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. We're just getting some ideas in our brains. But I do like having like a big rock over here. A better color of a big rock. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, big rock. And I'm going to shrink him even more. Scale 0.25. Oh, that's what we're at right now. Scale 0.2. Better. And then if I push him into the earth, then that'll work a little bit better. That's what I'm going for, I think. 2 to 3 big rocks near each other. Yeah. I liked having the other one like over here. Like right there. And then maybe this guy. It's like cluster. Could do like right there. Sink him into the earth by half. Yeah. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, back to flowers. I got distracted. You distracted me with the thought of a big rock on the island. We're back on flowers. I don't think I put anything up here. And don't worry, we'll make the temple bit look more natural too. I'm just neglecting it for now. In favor of everything else that we're doing. Okay. Add some of these like dark bushes in places. I like that. Get some more pale, low-lying yellow flowers. These are blue actually, but same shape. Put one of you right there, maybe. Working from above. And so now our goal is kind of to expand the clusters that we already made to get more full coverage of the green space. I don't know, I'm just talking out of my ass to be so clear here. This is all vibes. All vibes, no thoughts. I'm just like trying to explain my thought process of how I make planting look good. So it's all vibes. If it feels good to you, then it's good planting. Oh boy, another spam bot. Yippee! Posting link without permission? I bet I know what the link was. Haha! It is exactly what I thought it was. Congrats, you banned. I love when they come into small streamers chats and they're like, oh my god, do you want to buy subscribers? And I'm like, I'm not even eligible for subscribers. Dumbass. I can't buy subscribers. It's so stupid. I know, there's just so many. It's so annoying. Like, leave me alone. I want to do it on my own terms. If I wanted to buy followers or whatever, I would have already. I don't need your fucking advertising about it. Josh has been trying to get me into Planet Zoo, and I haven't played it because it looks not up my alley, but the one thing that I wish it had... Ooh, a meme in the Discord. I will take a look at it. Planet Zoo, if you've never heard of it, it's like Planet Coaster, if you've heard of Planet Coaster, but you make a zoo instead. And you have like decorations and stuff. It's very cool. It's just not a game I'm particularly interested in playing, but the one thing it has that I wish The Sims had is random rotation. So it'll when you're placing like flowers and stuff, it'll just put them at a random angle on the ground so you don't have to manually rotate them. And that would be nice. That would be nice to have sometimes. And I'm down here like placing a bajillion floral things and I'm like, man, they all look so the same. It's because I'm not rotating them. And it would just do it for me. You're not a big Sims player, are you, Brody? You do House Flipper. That's a little big. I want to shrink that, I think. Yeah, House Flipper is your HGTV fix. Mood. Yeah, this is HGTV for me. It's me just building shit in The Sims. It's so nice and relaxing and calm. Okay. Island living, best flowers in the game. Bougainvillea. I love Bougainvillea. It's so pretty. It looks so nice in every context. I almost said I wish it were real, which is not what I meant to say. I meant like I wish I had some nearby, but I wish it were real is much funnier. Why are they making up fake plants in The Sims like Bougainvillea? A plant that definitely doesn't exist in real life that I want to have and to own. But yeah, Bougainvillea, love of my life, looks great in every context. Look at her. Adding color and texture to this garden. She's so good at her job. I love her so much. She's great. And then Island Living also has some Bougainvillea-esque plants that are just ground cover, which would be nice to have a little bit of also. Those of you at home might be thinking, wow, you sure are just sort of putting plants places. And to that I say, welcome to planting in The Sims. If you're not just sort of putting plants places, you're doing it wrong. Go to the Phipps Garden in Pittsburgh? Ooh! That's fun. Yeah, I love places that have huge Japanese botanical gardens. The one in Omaha is bad. Because it has no trees, and it's so hot all the time. So hopefully the one in Phipps Garden is better. And not a bajillion degrees. Go. Collect inspiration for me. Tell me if this looks even a little bit right. Because the people in the Phipps garden actually have to, like, care about whether or not it's accurate to Japan. I apologize to Japan for me just sort of taking your very iconic garden style and being like, and if I just throw all these plants in here, it'll look good. But, I don't know what plants are native to Japan. Or how... I'm limited by what The Sims has on offer. The Sunken Gardens? Not the Sunken Gardens, that's in Lincoln. The, Lauritzen Gardens? By the zoo. Oh, these aren't... I wish it was just one side. So that I could put it onto stuff. I've never had a chance to use these wisteria. Someday I will. Keep neglecting the upper parts here. We're gonna get some love and attention on these upper bits by adding some reeds. Reeds and bushes. Where's my... Isn't there like a huge... Not you. You're more what I was thinking of, but I do like you. There's a big, bush in base game. But I don't know where he is. That's okay. I'm thinking of you, maybe? Oh, I'm thinking of delphiniums. I just wanna tuck him in that corner there. Tuck him in! Add some of the ground flowers to our foreground here. Perfect, beautiful. Will this garden be functional? I do not know. Hopefully. I like it when my builds are functional and not just pretty. But for like contests like these, it doesn't have to be. So sometimes I care a little bit less about it then. Get some of the tall wildflowers in here. What do you think? Garden. He gave a thumbs up. I'm so relaxed. Breath of the Wild music is so relaxing. I hope Nintendo doesn't eat my channel for using it. We'll see. I bet the YouTube VOD, I have a VOD channel now, by the way, is gonna be a little more keen on getting nuked than this one. What is this competition for? Yeah, so the Sims 4 Discord, that I'm not typically a part of, but I am in right now, is having a contest. So there's a new pack coming out called Enchanted Garden. It's adding some fairies and some like sleeping on the ground type stuff. And so this pack is build a garden and like post a picture of it for a chance to win a copy of Enchanted Garden for free. And so, you know, those come out at like $40. So I would love to not spend $40 on a thing I could get for free just by doing the thing I enjoy doing, which is building in The Sims. So that would be fun. So yeah, that's all the competition is build a garden. Oh, you said you had a meme in the Discord. I was gonna open that. If I had two screens, I could have a capture of the one screen to turn on so I could show off memes and stuff, but alas, I'm but a single screen streamer. Thank you for protecting me from Doug Bowser. Oh, the final meme is... Those are very good. Those are very good. Yeah, that's awesome. Oops, I spelled it wrong. I can't show them off on stream, but there's the Discord. If you want to go look at the memes, they're great. That's awesome. And then I'm gonna close Discord so I don't have any notifications go off. But yeah, anyway, that's the contest. Just build a garden. I don't like those next to each other. Oh, with the grid on. I want the grid on. How are we looking down here? Still need to cover up some of that over there. But looking pretty good. If I do say so myself. I think I want a bush of some kind up here. Just to add a little dimension, color, variation. All those kinds of things. Okay. Start filling this corner up as well. Now we're moving on to the stuff that the Discord won't see, but I need to put in here. Because otherwise, I will hate it. Ooh, that's what I could do to cover up some of the stone. Add a little bit of wisteria. I do love me some wisteria. Where is she? There she is. Hello? To add a little, just add a little cover, a little green. I think I'm gonna add like a structure or like a sitting area over there. It's also why I'm not touching that area. Just leaving room. I don't know how one typically frames a sand rock garden like this, but I'm choosing to frame it with plants. Is it right? Is it accurate? Who's to say? The Japanese people, that's who. And if one comes into my chat, I will absolutely follow their lead. Until such a time as that, I just sort of have to use my best judgment. Okay, okay. I don't like those. We'll just keep going with the low-lying yellow flowers. I'll add some things to frame the wooden path as well, once we get around to that. I want more, drippy guys. Where are the drippy guys? You're drippy. And then if I just squish him down, 0.5 maybe? A little more? If I squish him down, he'll sort of drip into the mountainside here. Yeah. Get a little bit of overhang. What's the point of a terrace garden if I can't get a little bit of overhang in places? I want some round guys. Some cultivars. Put one on there, perhaps. Get some intention in there. That bush didn't grow that way. It was made that way. I could add a little bit more by the water here. Yes, I know I already have some Swiss cheese plants around. That does not change how much I like them. Then we're just gonna sneak a piss bush in there. If you don't want pea bush in your build, truly, what are you doing? Okay. And if I push him down, -1, not -0.1. Can I just sort of make this a little bit more of a natural edge here? I'll push him down a little bit more. Like another 1. That was 0.1. -1. Yeah. Not really trying to cover, but just to incorporate a little bit more rock into the edges here. That's looking nice. This is looking a little barren over here. And some grass. A couple low-lying bundles. We get a little more variation in here. Try to add a bit more texture. With some ground ivy. That'll spill over onto the path a little bit, make it look a little less how it is. Some like pretty big plants in this corner. Cover up this gap along the platform here. There's more like bush situations. Not that ground ivy. A different ground ivy though. Oh yeah, some like flowers. Tuck down into the chasm here. Those get tucked into the chasm, and then I have other ones out in front to sort of make it look like it's incorporating some stuff. That's nice. I don't like you, but I'll scoot you closer to the cliff face and maybe you'll look a bit more natural. Sorry, was driving? Hey, I'd rather you be silent when you're driving and not talk in chat, to be quite frank. Don't even apologize about it. It's not a big deal. I know you're such a big time streamer and everything, Brody, but with your already being able to get subscribers and have emotes and stuff, but believe it or not, I'm used to talking to nobody when I stream. So you don't need to be a hotshot and say, oh, I'm so sorry, I wasn't talking. To be clear, I'm so just teasing you. Neither of us is anything when it comes to streaming. Rub it in my face, why don't you? Get some more ground ivy going on here. Okay, I want to add some more pond decor, which mostly just means like a lot of grass and reeds on the outline. Oh, and while we're at it, we might as well do some terrain paint on here to make it look a little more natural. So right now it's got a grassy bottom, and that helps contribute to it looking a little whack. Yay. Terrain paint really adds to the whole thing. And then we'll do something a little bit different, give it just some additional texture. And then I personally like to add some of the more like bare grass look as a transition between muddy areas and grassy areas. Just so we don't quite lose all that greenery. Add some more lily pads. Yeah. I think I want to maybe move some of these bushes out. Leave that a little bit more as a sight line. Ew. I forgot about base game. Grass. It looks gross and bad. But grass from other packs looks better. Less bad. Most of the time. And then I want that outdoor water decor to get some of that real reed shit in here. Clusters of reeds on the edge of the water. Especially around like rocks. And I'm already using Jungle Adventure, so I think I get to use some of the large lily pads that I like so much. And then just to further sort of blend the waterfall into things, I'm adding some lily pads onto that transition between the fountain and the regular waterfall feature. I want you to be... Why does it have to be... Oh, it's because people live here. Hang on. We're going to take a break and... not a break, but we are going to stop building very briefly to manage our world and kick the Sims who live on this lot out of this lot so I can turn it into a park rather than a home. So say goodbye to Whitney Chetan, Christine Chetan, and their ghost son, Elliot. You're being evicted. Sayonara. And now I don't have to make it a residential lot. It can be a park. Or a national park. Which is what I will likely turn it into. A grill, a trash can, and a picnic table? Ew! What does a normal park need? More things. Okay, well, we'll just turn it into a national park then. National park. Oh, I didn't add the onsen bathhouse in this. So we're gonna go to... Where do they keep that? It's in the bathroom. Baths. Tubs. We got the rejuvenating hot spring. Which I will add underneath the willow tree. Over here. Which I think we'll just keep it to just the one willow tree. 2 feels like a bit much. Sort of readjust everything there. And your Sims can actually hang out in this bathhouse. Very relaxing. Add that rock over there. Oops. There we go. Man, I wish I knew the significance of like the stone lanterns or anything so that I could use them more effectively, but I do not. Get some more grass in here. This grass. Give me this grass. Put a little grass in there. Okay. That looks nice. We're gonna add maybe like a little bush here and here. One of those, perhaps. And then I want some flowers over on the foreground as well. Over here in foreground land. I can't change you to pink. Then add some of the actual clusters of real low-lying plants. I like using Lily of the Valleys because they just have a little bit more to them than something like, I don't know, what are you? Hard to say. Heleniums, which is sort of, are kind of bland to me. The subway you're in is fucking lit? What's going on in the subway? What's making it so cool? Yeah, hell yeah. That looks nice. What were you that I just added? Oopsie daisies. I always forget about oopsie daisies until I find them again. And I'm like, oh, these are amazing as low-lying filler. Look at them just filling in the space, adding so much texture. Time for some interesting rocks. You're so large. Can I turn live edit off when I look at interesting rocks? I can. Here's that clean stone you wanted, by the way. Found it. Thank you, Discover University. And then we'll put a stone lantern on this island as well. Maybe add some, like, oopsie daisies to it. Serve as the ground cover. And then stop it from floating just a little bit. Negative 0.05 actually. There we go. And then you, I want to elevate negative 0.15 perhaps. A little bit more. Yeah. Now they're not floating quite as much. And we'll lower you just a smidgen as well. So you stop floating. I'm gonna shrink this, I think. Just a little, maybe 15%. Yeah. Yeah. And put some of these flowers from Life and Death on there to carry through that red. I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, sorry. What do you need? A grilled trash can and picnic table. Awesome. Outdoor cooking. Does this count? Yes. So put a little in-ground grill over here for the temple or whatever. And then a picnic table. Sure, this works. It's got nice little fur on it. And then a trash can. This is mailbox. We'll put it, I don't know, right there. And then a trash can. Great, National Park shit covered. Now will stop yelling at me that the venue is incomplete for whenever I upload it. Alright, let's work on this bamboo garden section. Japanese garden bamboo. Give me some inspiration, Google Images. Not a ton. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Okay. First, we need some bench. None of these are the benches I want. What are the benches I want in? Can you stop? Maybe we just go back to outdoor furniture and it's in there. I'm thinking of a very specific, there's like a wood bench. It's a wooden bench, believe it or not. The bench that I'm looking for is a bench. But anyway, it's like a wooden bench with, maybe the stone would work. I'm just going for something I can arc around the outside here in a way that will look somewhat natural. But like, people put these stones here, but they put the stones here to make them look more or less natural. And that will sort of frame the bamboo situation. I forgot about the grill. Whatever, it's just gonna stay back here. I don't care. I don't care about him. This is all just for requirements anyways. This is what I'm actually doing. So it actually needs to look good. Shrink you. Scoot you back so you stop. Thank you. Thank you. I want this guy to move. And then I want this guy to move. And I want this guy to move. Hitboxes in The Sims are so weird. Sometimes you're like exactly hovering over something. They're like, I think you're trying to click on something else there, babe. Like, I'm really not. Please just let me click on the thing I want to click on. Thank you. I'm just gonna place a little bit more of these single bamboos. Give it more of a wall effect. Probably shrink a couple. Make it look like this is growing rather than just here. This is meant to be a living garden, after all. Ooh, that's too tall. Can't grow it. Yeah, and then some of you will give you just a slight rotate. So it doesn't look quite so samey the whole time. In the canopy. Again, sorry if the rotation noise is bad. There's not a lot I can do about that. And I'm going to move this tree over here. Let's get something else to look at. Probably. Do I like it more over there? I do. I think it frames the space out nicely, sort of in this corner. So fine, I will move the bamboos that interlap with it, slash make them smaller. Give this a little more space to breathe. There, they just sort of get smaller as they go. And then the thing in my inspiration image that I saw that made me go, ooh, was like a little fountain in the middle that we exactly have a fountain like in The Sims. Was the guy I was using earlier. First of all, love you. Second of all, this guy. So, with him. This. And then if I raise him up using the 9 key, we get a sort of joint situation there that looks pretty good. We'll move these flowers over there. And then it was a lot more structured, but worry not, in terrain tools, we've got stone terrain paint. So it won't, we don't have the problem we have over in the rock garden area of, oh no, this doesn't match at all. Hello? Are you not two different ones? There we go. It just wasn't overlapping well. I think I like it with more stone rather than less stone. And then we'll transition this into mostly stone. It's like a little accent for the bamboo garden. Like, oh yeah, there's cobbles here from people kicking them around, but this area is meant to be stone. And then we want some bushes here to cover up this wall. Actually, I bet some bamboo would do it. That's bamboo. Hey, I can spell. Ooh, that's right. We do have these as well. from Spa Day, which make a nice little accent wall. Get rid of this mailbox here. If I turn the camera so that I can see, I can scooch these back into the actual wall so that there's less to cover later, and it looks a little more like how I want it to look. Cover up some of that wall there. And no worries about the gaps in between. We're going to add some more tall bamboo. Oops, too small. Bamboo trees to sort of sink in that this is a bamboo garden and round out the space. And then we'll just do a little bit more planting. I want to add some of these guys back here just for effect. And then we have some of that tall grass I was working with earlier. That's quite thick. And we'll just cover up the pots in that tall grass so it looks a little bit more natural. It's gonna look perfect. No, it is not. But what it will do is have the effect that I want. And that's all that matters. So now that looks a little bit more closed in, like I wanted it to. Can I change the color of this table so it's less how it is? That works. And we want some like real low-lying plants to refill out this space. Like really, I think some like ivy would be perfect. Oops, other way around. And then some oopsie-daisies. Maybe like one bush type plant, which I don't have any of over on this side yet. I haven't used any of the molten flowers so far. It's a shame, they're quite good. Yeah, that looks nice, I think. Like that a little bit. I like the blue. I think it's more natural. Some of these guys in here. Some Shagalicious. Taking one more glance at my inspiration photos before I'm like, yeah, that's good, I think. Yeah, that's good, I think. Perfect, beautiful. Love it. This will be another of my screenshots that I use. Maybe like that. Maybe here, actually. POV, you're sitting on the bench in a bamboo garden. You can't really see the bamboo then, but which is the whole point of the bamboo garden. Put some of this red ivy in here, perhaps. Keep adding some color. Okay. Then I'm going to use tool mod to shrink one of these trees just a little bit. Not elevate, I want scale. Maybe to like 86% scale. Just to add a little variation. Rotate, and then we're going to add some outdoor furniture, which was the tab I was already on. Maybe get a bench or two in here. Pick a bench we like. I mean, if it works, it works. Works with the pack. Yeah, that's nice. A couple benches just to set, enjoy the shade of the trees. If it would stop popping into gridlock, that would be great. Please respect the fact that I'm holding the Alt button down. Thank you. Bench, maybe another bench up here. Oh, I gotta color in these platforms. I forgot about them. I was going to match it to the pebbles that we used. Yeah. Cool, and then we were going to line this with something that makes it look a little less how it is. Maybe if I like take these hedges and like shrink them. I don't like that. Don't we have a row of cultivated hedges somewhere? Maybe these? I know you're looking at the square ones saying just use the square ones. The thing is I don't like the square ones and I don't want to use them. But we can. And then I'll just sink them into the earth so that they just form a border around this rather than being any kind of a feature in their own right. And then what I should do is add a wood border to this with stuff from Live Edit, which I might. See how I'm feeling. I'm going to do it all at once, so. And if it looks bad, don't tell me. It looks great, EOC, you should say. I love what you did with the hedge border. And I'll say, oh my gosh, thank you so much, chat. I love how supportive you're being of my decisions. Even the bad ones. Sorry, there's not much to say while I'm just alt-placing some freaking bushes. I just have ingrained in me the stat that you're not supposed to not speak for more than 7 seconds or whatever on Twitch. Because somebody might be tuning in. Not that anybody is, but that's okay. Brody's here and I appreciate it. Thanks, Brody. I hope you're enjoying your Subway. And we just alt place on the corners here so that they line up nicely. So that they line up nicely. I said, there we go. And we get our friend tool mod in here. Start clicking. I really should have Moobot have a I miss Hydration Bot as a feature that Twitch had. It was good for me, person who chronically never drinks water. Hey Brody, are you still here? I have a question for you. If not, no worries. Please enjoy your Subway sandwich and or driving experience. If you are driving, do not respond to me. The question can wait, as I will be streaming until this is done. It's not due till July 7th, but I'm gonna finish it anyways. 0.1, -1. Okay. So just sort of, here's the thing, is I've realized I've just recreated the problem I had before where I was like, oh, I don't like the green border around the, hang on, around the branches, or the freaking, what are these called? Sand, around the sand, from when I had the grass here. And so it's just sort of that again. But like nicer. So I guess that works. It's fine. It's so fine. Chat is the thing. Is I'm cool with it actually. I'm cool with that being how that is. Elevate you. 0.75. Oh, that was too much. Too much. I didn't realize how much of the bush was already below ground. There we go. This is the thing with tool mods, it's just fiddling. Fiddle until you get it right. Okay. I don't dislike how it looks though, so we are gonna do it on the lower path as well. So let's lock in for some more. Eos is just gonna place some bushes for a minute. This one will be less, however. I wonder if this is gonna stop my Sims from sitting on that bench that I just put over there. Probably, if I'm being for real and being for honest with myself. I hate how this is. And I am gonna hate myself for doing this, but I will just begin alt placing instead of normal placing these hedges so they line up better with the edge of this situation here. Just got back home, about to take the first bite. Oh boy! I wait with bated breath to know whether your Subway sandwich is good. What did you get? What's in the Sammy? I gotta know. I simply gotta know. Do I not have... this whole time I haven't had F5 placement on. No wonder it was taking a million years to get anything done. F5 allows you to place on quarter tiles, whereas normally you can only place on half tiles. And it would explain so many things. Why I just could not get things to line up. It's because I didn't have F5 on. That corner piece looks right. Thank you. Look at this corner up here. I made it work. It's functioning. Functioning and functional. I don't know if any of this is functional, and I'm not going to test it. Am I going to test it? I'll probably play test it. I'm a chronic. Let's figure out if this works. Okay. I'm holding the shift button. It's zooming in way too much. I'm sorry for the nausea-inducing spinning there. I was holding the wrong button while I was trying to move the camera. That's my bad. Once we get this corner done, thank goodness I did not do this throughout the whole thing. I would be here for a million billion years. Some of the pebbles we used placed on that tile that I could still see. And then we select all of these bushes with tool mod. To add the final green row around our path here. Oh, Brody, the question I had for you was, are you doing the Jackbox / community game stream today? And if yes, what time? In EST. Oh, that was the wrong. Bam! Path border? I like it. I like it a little bit less on the lower terraces, but, you know, it looks. 7-ish? Sick. So 6-ish my time. Great, thank you. Because I do want to be there for that. Do you want to co-stream it? LOL? I'm joking. That's a joke. It's your stream. We should do a co-stream at some point, though. That would be fun. Play a game or some shit. I want to turn the live edit back on so I can get the drippy ivy from, I believe it's in Snowy Escape. Yeah. This guy. He's who I'm looking for. Hell yeah. We'll do -0.5 here, maybe? Nah, it's just a full -1. Why don't I... Down to co-stream anytime? Hell yeah. I forgot about the knock function, so I was starting stream, and I have like a minute buffer on the ends of my streams, just so in case I'm like on my phone or like I'm like, oh, I forgot to fill up my water or something. So I'd started my stream, but I wasn't quite streaming it, and so I was watching somebody else stream, and it was like, oh, do you want to knock so you can start a co-stream? And I was like, that would be so rude. Like someone else is streaming, and I'm like, knock knock. I know you're busy, but MC server. Perhaps? I'm not a big Minecraft girly, but I do have it. Or rather, I use someone's account who does not use it, and they said I could use their account. The knock function is while you're streaming, you can like go to people who have the like allow people to knock on my stream thing turned on and just like start streaming with them. It's really stupid. I've seen it work on a different streamer who I watch. And it's just like straight up you like essentially hijack their stream. Oh, let me see if I can find the clip. Oh, you can't search clips anymore. It's so lame. I forgot that. Yeah, so a streamer that I watched was like streaming something. I think it was like Ace Attorney, and a friend just wanted to see what the knock function did. And it was like now the friend was like streaming marbles or something instead of the Ace Attorney stream happening. It was so weird, and it's such a weird thing for Twitch to add. Like if I wanted to stream with people, I would stream with them, you know? So it just, I don't, it feels like kind of clout chasey. It's such a weird energy to include in a thing. I want to put 2 benches, one on each of these corners here. And then another nice one over here. Ah, there's probably not benches in rock gardens. Who am I kidding? Need some taller flowers. Yeah, for real. I know. It's what a choice. Truly what a choice. Twitch should just be out here making choices all the time. And some of them are just baffling. Truly. I think I'm trying to add like more like flowers in this section. Like this the flower garden portion. Oh, aren't there those like trellises? In Romantic Garden? Is it a fence? What are they? Are they considered wall decor? These are nice. Creeping bougainvillea. There's these like rose. If I search rose, maybe? These. Lattice, not trellis. Why would it be called amazing sandwich? What was on it? What was it? I thought I could just add a little backing to this area over here. Take a couple of these out for the alternative. Yeah, that looks nice, I think. Man, Subway would fucking hit, actually. Now you got me craving Subway sandwich. I don't even like Subway that much. That's okay. I got sandwich at home. Magnifique. Thank you. Très magnifique. We'll add some freaking wisteria to it too while I'm at it. Keep adding flowers to the flower section. I kind of wish I spoke French, and then I remember that I don't respect the French. But, the language would be nice. Coworker Joe was told he's not allowed to talk. Don't you work at a Starbucks? How he supposed to do his job if he can't talk to the customers? What did he do that he can't talk to the customers? That's insane. Get the real effect going on here by removing the UI. That's a nice shot, I think. Yeah, I don't want to interact with the French. I just want to speak French. Or any other language.
Okay, I'm going to the store.
Okay.
Going to the store to get the works goated. Let me know if you need anything else.
Talking directly to my... Do you want to say hi? You're in my video.
To get the works goated. Works goated mention.
Works goated mention. I'm sorry, you got... you got a auto-modded for that. Here, I'll post it for you.
Moderators
Thank you.
using caps in the chat.
Here, why don't I just mod you? You're a mod in my chat.
Adios, friend.
Adios. Have fun at the store.
Do you want fireworks while I'm out?
I would.
What kind of fireworks do you want?
Some of the small stuff. And like the fountains, like we did last year.
You got it, lady.
He's getting fireworks. How do I mod you? How do I make you a mod? Timeout, ban, warn. Not what I'm looking for. Can I not mod you because I don't have enough followers? Type your name in Twitch. Oh boy, I've never done this before. Ah, add as a mod. There we go. I can't do it from the slobs interface like I thought I could.
Where'd the firework coupons go?
They fell behind the bed. They're back there. Yeah. Of course. Hurrah, welcome to moderatorhood. I don't have a mod badge, I don't think. Or I'm not showing them, I don't know. But now you should be able to scream all you want. See if Nightbot will let you scream. Right? Huzzah. Hooray! Now you can scream all you like. Okay. Back into the build. Gotta lock in, gotta stay focused on making this beautiful so the Sims team gives me a $40 thing for free, which would be sick as fuck. And they're not gonna watch this video so I can curse in it, even though you're not allowed to curse in the actual Discord. For liability purposes, which is fine. It makes sense or whatever. I'm not actually mad about it, but yeah. Damn. How come Nightbot still outranks you? You were timed out for 600 seconds? Can I untime you out? Oh no. Oh jeez. Untime out. Woof. There, you're not timed out for 10 minutes anymore. Let me see if I can fix Nightbot really fast. Nightbot. Oh, it kicked him off the stream. That's so funny. Chat moderation. Excess caps. Disable. There we go. Should be fixed. That's so funny. Can't believe you got timed out for 600 seconds as a mod. Well, I hope he comes back later. Now I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My troubles have all gone. There's no one to do right Thanks, Shrek, for that song. I sure want some squiggly wiggly alien plants in here. Why not? They ain't hurting nobody. They just a little magic alien plants. Add some texture, add some dimension, add some color. That's welcome. Oh, I do like these blue flowers. These are nice. That's nice. Okay, let's have some decorative rocks, huh? Decorative rock moment. You might be thinking, yes, you did all that work to add those flowers in there. Now you're going to add decorative rocks on top of it? Undoing all of that hard work? Yes. Yes, I am. Sue me. Just want to add some decorative rocks in places. It's not a crime to want some decorative rocks. My lovely little Japanese-inspired garden here. Whoa. Well, why wasn't I using this earlier when I was trying to add clusters of plants? This would have been so much easier. Oh, man. Oh, well. Where's a little blank area that could use some plants? Like maybe back here? Yeah, that ought to work. Where's the good grass? Not you. You. You! Get some good grass back up in here. Lovely. Quite nice. Then we'll want to add some of the, like, watery type plants. Oh, there. Debug, so I don't have them out. Around the, onsen here. Sir, please. Can we rotate nice? You wanna rotate nice for me? Sir? I swear to God. Come here. What is your deal? Why are you doing this? Okay. Well, the plant's freaking out, which is annoying. Could I use tool mod to rotate it instead? Yes. Am I going to? No, I will be stubborn. Fine, I'll use tool mod to rotate it. There you have that personal touch. I know! Nightbot tried to silence you. I saw. I unsilenced you. That's so funny. That Nightbot tried to silence you. You're a mod. Well, you're supposed to be. Did I not actually make you a mod? No, I did. Add as mod. You made Broderick H a moderator of this channel. There you go. I watched Ted Lasso recreationally. So, like, I know a couple of things, but I'm not, like, a huge Ted Lasso head. Why? My hair is bothering me again. Season 4 in KC. I know somebody who would be very excited about that. Wonder if they'll like record a real game for footage. But that would be funny. And then we could go be seen as sports fans. Not that I'm the world's biggest sports fan, but okay, so I cannot edit that. That's fine. We'll leave the grass around the temple. It would be super cool. I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna make it nighttime to see about illumination. Not doing great on illumination, and I only want to add some of those. Okay, so this is from the backyard garden pack or something like that. Need an agent so you can get a cast to work on it? Hell yeah. I would be your agent, but I don't know anything about that. This Entrance Citronella candle is the only thing worth having from this pack. It's so good. And I love it to pieces. Also, you can add them to the onsen bath, and I think it's magical. It's so nice. Paper lanterns. Yes, I have these. I don't know if paper lanterns are a Japan thing, though. Or rather, a Japanese garden thing. So you could do it like that. They just have these, like, bases on them. So they don't look good, like, on water. It is very pretty, though. Anyway, what's some other natural-esque lights that I could use? Or just put candles around. I'm like, yeah, it's lit by candles. What do you want from me? I think I'm gonna do that. It's lit by candles. Sue me, it looks nice. It looks good. Then we'll use the 9 key to raise one up onto this bench over here. You saw them entangled and you can't not think about them? Bro, me too. They just look so nice. And if they were more in keeping with the energy, then I would consider them, but unfortunately I don't think they go in this particular garden. Do candles. I don't know. I know everybody used candles before there was not candles to light your way with, so I'm considering it acceptable. And I'm also trying not to light up the plants from the inside, which you can do. Put it, like, on the wood here. Can I put a big rock in the waterfall and a candle on the rock? I could. Let me get my big rocks out. I have live edit off, so give me just a second. The thing is the waterfall, why I haven't put any rocks in the waterfall to make it look more natural is because the water will not splash around the rock like one would anticipate. It will just keep flowing like this. So I haven't done it because of that. You might look nice. No, you're a little too big. Some a touch smaller. And yes, I can shrink the rocks more with tool mod. I understand that I know this to be true. But maybe I just don't want to. Have you thought about that? Huh? Chat? I say, being rude to the only person in chat. We've got -1 on this. Anyway, turn our lights back on here. Maybe like -0.5, perhaps? And then we'll grab a candle. Put a candle on here. Maybe like right there. Oop, that's too tall. The perspective, it tricked me. Like there. Yeah, there we go. Back to evening, night. Yeah, the thing is, it's gonna light the rock up from the inside because it's not a real object. I'm so glad that you're speaking on behalf of the chat, so I can really know chat's feelings. Thank you, Moderick? I'm gonna call you Moderick while you're modding. That's a lie. I'm not going to do that because it feels weird, but I could theoretically do that. Oh, I want lights back on. Can you turn the lights back on? Thank you. I'm gonna try to perhaps attempt even a little to disguise the edges of the waterfall, though. So it doesn't quite look so artificial. Moderick mode activated. Hell yes, brother. It's so tricky because there's a gap there in the geometry, so it keeps wanting to slide into that gap. And I would very much like for it to not slide into that gap. I can't see! Ah! I'm hitting too many buttons. Oh, hang on. Thank you. I thought I fixed it. I didn't. This is the downside of doing it after I added all the plants in, is I can't fucking see. There we go. And then we'll just put you down by a quarter tile. Maybe 2 quarter tiles? Some might call it a half tile. That looks a little bit better. And then we'll do the same thing along the lower edge. But this time, I will use tool to shrink. Actually, yeah. We'll go half size. That's, I forgot that it was already at half size. We'll go that big? Too small. Hang on. Okay, so where's the rocks I want to use? This is 1 times 75, half, 0.25. So we want to go smaller than 0.25. 0.2. A little bit smaller. Actually, if we just push him down by half a tile, or by a whole tile, or by perhaps a tile and a half. Yeah, that works. And then we just sort of scooch him around. Does that look better? That looks a little more like a waterfall. That's like made of stuff rather than just like having an edge. So we can just put him there and then we'll just scale it down naturally. And scooch. The thing about scooching is there's already so many rocks and I can't click on any of them because then it'll add them to the group rather than scooching like I would like. And then we shrink him by From the ground. I'm gonna win this contest? Bro, I hope so. That's the goal. They're giving out 10 prizes. So I feel like I have a pretty good shot at it. But also, other people are also very good at building in The Sims. I am, unfortunately, not the only person who's okay at it. So, tragic. But I appreciate your confidence in me. Oh, I hope I win. I would love to not pay money for that pack. It's so expensive. No one's got shit on you? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Alright. I like what we did there. Now that we got the darkness for the candles. And just like we did like an hour and a half ago, I'm going to back out and come back in so that I can fix the lighting so I can actually see what's happening. I will need to go make lunch eventually, unless I could get Josh to do it for me. What do I have for leftovers? I've got some like leftovers I could eat for lunch. I could heat up in the microwave. Yeah, and we'll customize the lighting and stuff on this too. Because I know how to do that. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. Anything else? I mean, I want to fix this rock garden. It looks so bad. Again, I think I just maybe leave the mossy stones how they are. I bet you missed the art being in that room. What do you mean? Being in what room? What art? I'm confused. I'm confusion. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Can you change the color so it looks like beige? I cannot. Oh, I can. I didn't know this sand came in different colors. Me finding out for the first time that the sand comes in different colors? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. I never looked before this moment. And now that I have all that stuff on top, I don't actually need to, like, worry that much about the corner. It's being kind of a bitch, so we'll worry a little bit about the corner. And again, I'm just using Command F to turn it into triangles rather than squares. Allows you to do quarter tile placement. What do you think? Better? I'm gonna maybe add a little bit of plant situation up here. So this guy doesn't look quite so lonely. Up here on the moss by himself. Some grass plants in the borders. Yeah, I can do that. Give me a second. These are rugs, so they don't actually have any texture. Well, we'll go over there with him. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Some grass plants in the border. I want something small. Oh, cottage living has small grass. You. Like that? You think? I think it's maybe too tall. Maybe shorter? A little bit. You're short. We want this one. He's short. Just to give it some verticality. Some verticality, but not like too much verticality, you know? Is it repetitive? Yes. Am I gonna worry about it? No. No, I am not. I bet Nintendo's gonna nuke this whole bot. It's fine. I'm not actually worried about it. I don't care. I just think it's funny because I'm like, oh, this is so nice and relaxing to have the music happening in the background. I'm like, remembers Nintendo's gonna nuke me. Anything else to make those angles look less sharp? I think I want them to look sharp. This is supposed to be like cultivated. Down here, it's not intended to look sharp. But like up here, the vibe is, you know? Otherwise, why are you out here raking sand if you don't want the vibe to be so formal is the word I was looking for but could not find? But yeah, maybe some like fernage overlapping the this, what is it called? Walkway? Some like a this situation. Give it a little bit more. A little bit more spontaneity, perhaps. Shrink this guy down. Put him there. Add the verticality of it. Yeah, alright. Let's add some fireflies to my pond decor. Where are you? You're here. Add some fireflies here and here and here. And here, here and here and here and here. And also here, here. Maybe like there and there and there. And also like here and here and here and here and here and here. And like here. Maybe like in there, and then something here and here and here, and then like here and here and here and here and here, and here and here. As you can tell, I'm very normal about adding fireflies into my build. Very conservative about adding them into my build. Are fireflies flammable? That they are not. My good friend, they are not made of fire. They do in fact just bioluminesce. So, good news. They're just called that. For fun. That's a lie. They're called that because they glow. And it's nice and it's pretty. And we like it. Okay. I know I said I made this national park, but I'm actually gonna make it residential. So that when I bring a sim in here, other sims are not going to come onto the lot because I don't want them to. Let's save this. Please save. Okay. Sometimes I reach the end of the build and I've added too much stuff and it like freaks out and it's like, oh no, you can't save this. I'm gonna crash. And then I lose a lot of work. I don't need this anymore as a duplicate. I'm just gonna check something really fast. Not to show off. 245. Nice. I suppose you're thinking the gallery and I wanted to see how it's doing. I'm very normal about the gallery. Alright. The whole garden for one sim. The whole garden is for a contest. Eventually it will be a park, but while I'm running testing and doing photos, I can't control more than one sim. Sure, you'll work. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Sure, you want to, yeah, see Mount Komorebi. Awesome. I don't fucking care. This is so that I can control them. Oh my god. Free real estate on. So that I can control them for testing. Excuse me. Testing cheats true? What is happening? Free real estate on. There we go. Why did that not work? Okay, well, whatever. Yes. Move household into lot. This lot. Confirm. Move in. Think about getting Sims and building subscribers? Well, I can tell you from experience, it doesn't super build building subscribers. I see what you mean. It took me a second. This is the longest I've ever streamed. 3.5 hours. I see what you're saying. I think that could be fun. If you had access to, like, people. Okay. Yes, so we're just here to get screenshots. And so I need her here. Oh, where did I put the mailbox? There it is. Because I can't manipulate things unless I'm in live mode. So actually, this is a perfect spot for the mailbox because it's not going to get in our screenshots. So, sir, in live mode or live mode, I can use MC Command Center, which is a mod that I have, to edit the time and the season. So, we're in fall. I want to be in summer so that everything is its correct color. And then we're also going to change the world time. It's morning right now. I want to advance time like 12 hours so we can get some of that early sun as it comes up. Change world time. I want to offset. It's 6 a.m. 18 hours. And then time does pass for your sim, so she will get like hungry and stuff. So I'm going to use a different cheat. Sims dot fill all commodities. I spell that right. I can't spell right now. I'll copy paste the cheat. I have Sims cheats on a hotbar in my Google. Ah, it's the underscores I was missing. I can spell. That way she's not, like, hungry or anything. And so now we wait. We progress world time. And look at all the pretty fireflies everywhere. It's so nice. Yeah, go away. I don't care. You can stop. We're just waiting for the sun to come up, and you should go jogging. I don't care. Get away from the lot. Because I don't want her in any of my screenshots. My beautiful garden. Oh, it's so dark on the stream. I'm sorry, the sun will come up soon. I didn't realize compression was that bad. Whoops. But yeah, building subscribers would be fun. Making a sim look like a person is difficult and time consuming, just so you know. Sure, whatever, I don't care. No, 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 no. Please go on an exercise jog. Stop swimming in the pond. You made me miss the sunrise, you fool. That's fine, we'll keep going. Maybe sunset will be better as far as lighting goes. Because we want to keep this angle. I know you can't see the trees. Once I get back into build mode, we'll be able to see the trees. Don't even worry your little heads. See, now it's too yellow. So 6 o'clock is probably a good bet for us. And then we'll see if the evening is better. Build based on vibes! That would be fun. Yeah, I don't know how that would go. Sorry, we're just sitting here waiting for time to progress. I guess I could make it go faster. Change roll time. Progress. 6 hours. Ooh, that's nice. Fuck off. Fuck off. Pause. Ooh, ooh. The fireflies aren't out yet. The second the fireflies come out, we're gonna start taking screenshots. Ma'am, I need you to stop playing in the pond. Go jogging. Yes, 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 yes. The lighting. Iconic. Come on, where are the fireflies at? Spawn them before I lose the light, please. It's gonna look so good. Yes! Pause, 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 pause. Build mode. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, with the light? Oh yeah. We're gonna win this fucking contest, no problem! If only I had reshaders, but I don't. What happened to all the fireflies? Oh, these ones haven't spawned in yet. Okay, we'll go just, like, 10 more minutes. Bam. Okay. There we go. Build mode. Yes. 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 Iconic. Yes. Sorry, this is going to be the meticulous bit of it, is I have to take immaculate screenshots. Which take a little bit of setting up. And I wish I had reshaders, but I don't. I'm a little too low to the ground. Raise up just a smidge. I hope you're ready to... Hey, what's up, Tack? I'm taking screenshots for... I've been building for the past 3 hours. So I'm doing a Discord challenge for The Sims 4 for their Discord, where they're giving away 10 copies of the new DLC that they're about to release for free to the winners of this garden contest. So I've been building a Japanese-inspired garden for the past 3 hours or so. And it's finally to a place where I think I'm happy with it, so now we're just sitting here taking screenshots of everything. And I went into build mode and that fucked up the fireflies, so give me a second. Go away. And also my sim keeps doing stuff and I don't care because she's just here to be a vessel so that I can take screenshots about things. And I need to not go into build mode so that I don't lose the fireflies that are everywhere. But yeah, how you been doing, Tack? Been a minute since, well, I've been around Twitch. You've been around longer than I have. For things. I should get rid of that, actually. I don't want to lose the fireflies, though, so it's going to stay. But yeah, sorry, we're just going to be here with me, like, scrolling through angles for a minute. How are you doing with the heat, by the way? Has that heat wave passed for you guys yet? Out there, East Coast. Been in bed all weekend, but trying to be productive. It's the weekend. You've still got all of tomorrow to not be in bed about. I think I'm gonna do something in the flower garden area, actually. Over here. Angles. Yeah, you guys are still living in hell? I'm so sorry. As you can tell, it's not that hot here because I'm in a big sweater moment. But it is a little toasty. Welcome back.
$96
Hell yeah! That's so many fireworks.
for you?
For me.
Those little spinners.
Oh, the
Got a
spinners.
bunch of them.
Awesome.
And a bunch of different kinds. And probably like 24 little fountains or little.
Sick. I'm excited to launch some off.
Yeah. I'm excited.
We're doing a little 4th of July party, and so we're getting a bunch of fireworks. Just for some students of mine and some friends in the area.
Do you have taking a break?
I do. I was going to once I was done with this. And then this is our little rock garden that we have here. It was a nightmare to put together, and it looks kind of bad, and I'm not worried about it at all. It's fine, actually. Brody saw the whole thing of my struggle trying to make it look good. The rock garden tools in this game are a little subpar. Just a smidgen. Ooh, the light coming through the bamboo in my little bamboo garden. It looks so nice. It looks so... You love it when a plan comes together, you know? And the plan sure do be coming together. I'll maybe take some nighttime screenshots too. We can't get too far that way. The freaking garbage can is in the way. Wish there were more fireflies up here, but that's okay. And then we'll maybe look at the freaking truck. Stupid live mode. Ruining my vision. Something from down here, perhaps? And for those of you who are not Sims heads, or are new to The Sims, I'm pressing the tab key to get into screenshot mode, and then you can use Q, E, and WASD to move the camera around. Do this. I think that's 6. I'll check my screenshots folder. But I think that ought to do it. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's all I can post in the Discord. Okay. That's us. This took way faster than I thought it was going to. I fully was anticipating this to take 6 to 8 hours. And instead, it only took 3.5. We were cooking on this. Going so fast. Now we can look at it at night as the day goes by. It's so pretty. I'm so happy about it. I hope you guys like it. Thank you, especially Broder, for being here for the ride. The trials and tribulations and some of your ideas that got incorporated into here. I guess I'll keep you guys updated. The contest ends on July 7th. I guess I should be cordial. The contest ends on July 7th. If you yourself would like to enter, all you have to do is submit your build, any garden you've ever built, to the Sims 4 Discord, which you can join for free. No purchase necessary. Everyone can win. I hope to win though, so like maybe don't. And with that, I think I'm gonna eat lunch and end stream. You can see me back this evening. I will not be live, but if you want to see me, Broderick H is going to be streaming a community stream tonight that I will be there and part of. So hopefully that goes well. I'm not going to leave you on this screen. I'll go to my goodbye stream, but thank you so much for popping by. Tack, good to see you. I'm streaming more, so I'll be around for things. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and goodbye.